Hello everyone, my name is Chris from Casual Insanity, and today we're doing something a little different. This is not actually an LSPDFR patrol video. This is something that my fellow cast members have been asking me to do because they've been clueless and they want to get to do this as well. So today I'm going to actually walk you through installing a couple different types of mods to Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PC. So you can see my desktop here. I've already go ahead and got the programs laid out here that we need. The install. So we're going to do one vehicle file and one plugin file. This should be really easy on both of these. We'll start with the harder one, the vehicle. So the first thing you want to do is open up the folder here, and then you can either make a folder here called CVPI and extract all these files to that folder. That way they're handy, we can get to them easy. So now we have a couple different things here. We have the vehicle files, which is the most important for our purposes. The pictures, which, you know, you've already seen my video, you know what this car looks like. And then you have your extras, which this is really for developers. If you were in the interest of making skins for these vehicles, you'd use Photoshop to make skins using this texture template here. And then you actually have a documentation folder where he includes like instructions on how to install, but I'm going to walk you through it, so let's do it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is open the program called OpenIV, which I'll probably link in the description. Okay, so Grand Theft Auto 5 Windows. If you've never done this before, it's going to ask you to point to the direction of the directory and all that, but that's no problem. Okay, so here we are in this screen here. So what you want to do, the very first thing I recommend you do, let's go to Tools, ASI Manager, and you should already have this enabled before you do anything. You need to enable ASI Loader and OpenIV ASI. That allows you to mod your cars and stuff. This is optional. I don't have it. I don't really know what it does. I don't really care to know what it does, so I don't bother with it. Okay, so to install these car mods, obviously if you read the documentation, it tells you where to go, but you will need to actually go to Update RPF, and then I believe it was X64 levels. No, sorry, go back a little bit here. Is it, yeah, DLC patch? You get patch, sorry, update X64 DLC packs, and you're going to go to patch day 11 NG, open DLC.rpf, X64 levels, GTA 5. You're going to open this file called vehicles.rpf rage package file. So go ahead and double click that. Okay, now if you've done this for the first time, you will not have police or police 2 there. What you're going to have to do from this point is go to edit mode, say yes, and then you're going to hit add, so add new file. And then from here, you're going to go find your desktop directory file you made. Vehicle files. And you're going to add all of these. I'm going to do it because I've already done it before. But yeah, from this point on, you just hit open. And then you'll exit out of edit mode, and that's it. Okay. But since this is an ELS enabled car, emergency lighting system enabled car, you'll need to use this ELS VCF file. So what you're going to do with this, if I can open a new window real quick. So what you're going to do with this is you're going to go to where your GTA 5 is installed. For my purposes, that's on the storage drive, B drive folder, Steam apps, common, and then Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay, and your ELS folder is going to be right here. By default, you'll have this, pat default. And you're not going to have anything here, but for this car, you're going to drag this police VCF file, XML document, into this folder. And then by default, it'll automatically load your files from this. What this is going to do is it's actually going to tell ELS the presets for this car, you know, where the lights are on the vehicle, what color they're supposed to be. You can even go in here and edit this and set preset patterns or force patterns, if I could find where that's at. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere. Yeah, right here. This is the force pattern or preset pattern mode. So I have mine set to scan when the sirens are going, and then it sets to light stage 3 pattern 24 whenever the lights are on but no siren. Again, you can change this. I could change it to false. To edit that, you would go to right click it and then hit edit, and by default that'll open it in Notepad, I believe. And then you can go and change whatever settings you want to change. So for me, changing preset light pattern 24, where's that at? There, right there. I have to set that to a different pattern, or I could set this to false, and then it starts at 0 instead of 24. But yeah, that's the ELS and the installing car mods. The next kind of mod we're going to focus on is going to be plugins, like Computer Plus here. It has a README. Most of these will have a README, and they're pretty straightforward. So really, plugins are the easiest things to install in LSPDFR, or in GTA 5. So again, you're going to go to your main directory for Grand Theft Auto 5. So Steam Apps, Common, go to Grand Theft Auto 5, and then from here, you're just going to drag, really all you have to do is drag this entire plugins folder into your directory, and it's going to replace the files that it needs to replace automatically. Then like that, you have just installed Computer Plus, LSPDFR Computer Plus, which is really helpful. I would like freaking claw my own hair out if I was still using the default police computer in LSPDFR. Alright, well those are the two main types of plugins. Oh, also, with Computer Plus, some plugins will have different options you can set within the config file, which is going to be, let's see, can I see the file extensions here? No, I can't. But yeah, it's an INI file. So all you have to do is edit this Computer Plus INI file, and you'll actually be able to change the stuff. So, for instance, if you had different images for Computer Plus backgrounds here, you can actually set your own backgrounds in there if you want to make one for yourself. You can type in the name of the file that you put in here, and then use that background. So you can see that if you were set to use, say, if you're in a freaking police car, then it would be LSPD. But if you're in one of the sheriff cars, then you would be LSD, LSSD, or BCSO, whatever. But yeah, that pretty much does it for plugins like that. Also, there are some plugins where you really need to read the README file. For instance, LSPDFR Plus, the README file for that mod, if I can find it, there it is. Documentation, installation tutorial. There's actually a shortcut to it, UCP, I'm assuming. I never read the README for this, but you're supposed to have Arrest Manager and Traffic Policer installed before you do LSPDFR Plus. And the reason this becomes important is because LSPDFR Plus relies on these two mods, and they work together. It's really cool. Albo, what's this guy's name? It's like Albo something. 1125, right? Yeah, Albo 1125. He makes really good mods, and they all interwork with each other, which is fantastic. So for instance, his LSPDFR Plus lets you do like more stuff as far as like taking people to jail, breathalyzing people with Traffic Policer is a separate mod that connects with it. A traffic stop might be marked as we'll say a hit and run suspect. That's a different mod. Sorry, let me backtrack a little bit. So there's a different mod called Police Radio. This lets you check plates. A plate in Police Radio could come up as the registered owner has a warrant. What's really cool about this is that the API for LSPDFR Plus is compatible with Police Radio. So now Police Radio is feeding that information in LSPDFR Plus, so when you pull the driver over and you do a license check, you will find the exact same result, that there is a warrant for the person you just pulled over, which is really cool. But like I said, these are dependencies. You had to have Arrest Manager and Traffic Policer, which is here, with more configuration files and all that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it helpful. If you did, leave a like. If you think it sucks, leave a dislike. Tell me what you think I could have done better. And if there's nothing else I can help you guys with, then I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.